been a minute since I did a Q&A. Last one I did was 8 or 9 months ago in Tokyo. So I figured it's important to do new ones every so often. And today's that day. So got some questions from you guys. A lot of the questions that you did ask have already been answered in previous Q&As, so I'm not gonna answer those. But if you do want to check those out, I'll put them in the card or whatever it's called, and you guys can look at them. But yeah, let's get into it. Gonna share some wisdom, some art, advice, whatever it is. Let's go. Why do you create? Is it for self-expression or a desire to inspire others? My current motivation and reasoning for creating is to fill that void that I believe is missing, not only in the soccer world, but just the world in general. I think a lot of cities and communities in general are becoming very stale. I think they're yearning for creativity. There's a need for creativity that's not being filled. A lot of different things that are disappearing as people become too similar to one another. There are still a lot of great creatives out there, but I believe more people are creative than they believe, and there are so many perspectives we're missing out on because of corporate jobs or just expectations from society to conform in order to achieve a life that society deems as successful. Anyone that posts on YouTube, it's not for yourself. You're posting for other people to watch. Unless you're unlisting your videos and making them private, the whole reason you're posting is for other people to see it and to inspire others. I do believe my purpose recently and goal for the short term has been to inspire others, because that's when I feel the most fulfilled. Inspiring others to create, inspiring others to just be themselves. And I want people to not only think outside of the box, but I want people to think outside of that box that's outside of the box. I want people to innovate. That's what I genuinely want. That's what I want to inspire people to do, is to innovate and just think of new ways of doing things. So many people are doing the same thing. Inspiring people is a very basic term. I want to inspire people to change other people's perspectives, because inspiring someone is one thing and anyone can do that, but I want to inspire people in a way that changes the world and just changes the way people see things, seeing things in a new light. There are so many different lenses you can take, and I want people to realize that. For this next question, I'm going to combine a few different questions I got that are pretty similar. The main key word is inspiration. Where do I find creativity? What's the inspiration behind your style? And what inspires your ideas? I'm going to give you guys some words, some topics that have been inspiring me as of late. Some things that just come to the top of my mind. Nature, shapes, compositions, architecture, Japanese freestylers, skate culture, graffiti, colors, specifically color combinations between two colors, which I've been noticing a lot in nature specifically. I mean, this is a combination of the stem of the leaf here and how it balances with the actual leaf itself. The colors complement each other really well, and I've been noticing that a lot recently, trying to incorporate it in my work. For some reason, street signs have been catching my eye a lot recently. Those are the main things I can think of right now, and I would say are inspiration to my style as of now, which is always subject to change. If you look at my videos a year ago, they're not the same at all to how they are today. And I'm sure next year they could be completely different also. Abandoned spaces, that's another one. As you guys saw from the off the grid video, if you did watch that. The second half of this question was, where do I find creativity? Or where do I get ideas from? I'm gonna put this into two categories. There are two different types of people I look at in social media. They're the ones that I take inspiration from because they're so boring and I don't wanna be like them. The people that are so basic, I watch their videos and I'm like, damn, do I want to be like that? And that inspires me. I just don't want to be represented in that way. So it inspires me like that. Then there's the other people, other half of social media, which is very niche category here of people that are just changing the game. And combining, one big thing for me that I love is when people can combine two or even more different creative elements. Like, let's say putting a good outfit together and then adding freestyle soccer to that and doing them both really well. That really inspires me, because I think as a creative, if you actually are, as you say, a creative, you'll be able to excel in different, what's the word? Different elements? No, different mediums of creativity. I didn't really answer the where do I find creativity part of that. So to answer that, I will say that comes from just boredom, sitting with yourself. You're gonna come up with ideas either through nostalgia or just looking at what you're seeing in your room, wherever you are. But I think a better one is just walking around anywhere, just walk, and you'll find inspiration. You'll look around. This stimulation, not overstimulation through your phone. When I'm talking about stimulation, I'm talking about the senses, and that's not just your eyes. There are so many different ways you can be inspired, through your nose, through your ears, through touch, I don't know, whatever the 5 senses are. I think those are pretty important, just going out and taking a walk, walking around the city, even walking around countryside like this. Maybe it's just me, I can take inspiration from the smallest things. And I've learned to appreciate smaller things, and this is one of them. Just the colors of this leaf, the colors of these grapes, the colors of the rust on the pole. What impact do you think AI will have on creativity? Before I answer this question, I do want to say I genuinely believe AI is applicable and useful in very many cases. But the ones you guys are probably thinking of, like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, probably so many other ones. Like the main ones are a whole different story to the ones that are being used behind the scenes. And artificial intelligence can be very useful and I think helpful in the future. But when it comes to creativity, that's a whole different story. I also do want to say with time comes evolution and things are going to grow, and that includes art. With that being said, I think AI art should have its own category. I'm not saying I'm going to support this category. It is a form of art in its own way, whether people like that or not. But I think there should be disclaimers and it should be put aside to its own category and not interwoven with or competing. I don't know how to word it. I do think you can get creative with AI art, even though it's a little more lazy. There are definitely ways of expressing yourself through AI that cannot even be done with the traditional art mediums or historically traditional ones, like video. I guess video is not really, like painting, drawing. There are certain things that are out of our reach. I'm sure I don't know. I can't think of any examples right now, but I'm pretty sure. There are things that can be done with AI that could not be done before or can't even be done right now without AI's help. I'm not gonna participate in that, and I don't really support that, I'd say. I think it's sometimes cool to look at. But to me personally, I believe that if you're using AI, especially for very mundane tasks and also creative tasks like the question asked, you're against the human spirit and the traditional values of being a human. When I'm saying this, I'm talking about using ChatGPT or whatever for simple questions that you could answer yourself, or if you took a second to think a little bit more, you could figure out what you're asking it. It's getting rid of critical thinking in general, coming up with your own ideas. Also, it goes against nature. I haven't done much research into how much water it wastes. Going on to that point, it's dealing with nature and taking away things that we need as humans to survive that are just going to these machines. I rarely use AI, and when I do, I always feel really guilty when I use it. Some of the things I'm seeing about people having conversations with AI chatbots and stuff like that are scary because I realize they're only going to get worse over time. The future is coming. People are getting lazier, but also more efficient. People are always striving for convenience. And when that comes to creativity, I don't think creativity is built off of convenience. There's so much that creativity has to do with hardship, and the beauty behind human creativity is it's built off of years of experience. And like I said earlier, or actually the last question, yeah, all these experiences, taking walks around the park, these are experiences that only you have had. And you take these experiences, combine them into one piece of art. I could talk about this all day, but long story short, I do feel like AI, even before AI, creativity was declining with the rise of social media. It's debatable. I do believe AI will allow for more creativity because people that weren't willing to create or were scared to create earlier will be given a chance to create more easily through AI. Everyone has ideas, but people are just scared to compile their ideas or bring them to life. So AI is going to make that super easy. So I guess creativity will maybe strive, but the beauty of the process of creativity may be gone. or may slowly disappear. It's more instant gratification. Over time, the process has just gone like this, from pieces like Michelangelo's, I forgot what it's called, in the Vatican. That took so long to create, and then now you got AI, just type your prompt in 3 seconds. You could create that. I'm gonna show you guys my boot collection and also my jersey collection for these. I have way too many jerseys and cleats to show you guys every single one. So what I think I'm gonna do is give you my top 5 for the jerseys. And then for the cleats, I'll give you my top 3 aesthetically and top 3 to actually play in. All these jerseys that I have on hangers are ones that I actually still wear. I have way more in here that are from when I was younger. This one actually probably would still fit me. It's like the same as this one. It's just super tight. Both of the Germany World Cup winning shirts. This PSG one. This is the year that they won the league. These New Balance cleats, I made a video on these. Soccer.com sent me these. I don't know if these ever actually released. I think there were 350 pairs of them total or something. First, I'll give you guys my top 3 pairs to wear. I can't think of a third one. I think honestly it would be the Morelias. The Morelias. I'll put the Morelias at number 3. The most recent pair I got, made in Japan's. These are both shoes that don't even fit me anymore, but these Evo Power, I forget the name. Growing up, I wore majority Puma cleats, and they always fit perfectly for my feet. But wearing them nowadays, it's not the same. They just felt really nice, and they had this cushioning right here on the front. So I'll put these at number 2. And these are undeniably my favorite cleats of all time. Puma V 1.11s. The way that these fit around my arch and then also my forefoot, combined with the leather, the design too, and they had the strap over the laces also. Top 3 aesthetically, actually I'll put the Alphas. I'm gonna replace the most comfortable with these instead of the Morellis at number 3, but also these aesthetically for number 3. I think it's just really simple. The colors are really nice to me. The colors of this are just so nice. And I really like all white boots. These are definitely the most aesthetic and unique boots that I have, in my opinion. The jade and the red, is it jade? I don't know. Other random ones I have these Evo Speed 3s, got the KG4 stitched into them. Then we have all these laceless boots that I got sent back in the day for free. You could lace these up however you wanted. They had a bunch of tutorials on how you could do that differently, which is pretty cool actually. You could be unique with them. I have a lot of random jerseys. Like, I have an Aston Villa polo tee. Low-key, maybe I should rock that one. I got that. I got the Seattle Sounders that I was given back at soccer.com, some soccer.com event. Perugia kit, Oakland Soul, a Malaga kit, off-white long sleeve jersey. I've worn that in a video before. Number 5, I'm gonna put this United kit. I don't know if you can tell this on camera because of the lighting. I think I overexposed it, but there's a peachy color to this jersey, which is really nice. I haven't seen any other club honestly do this, even since United did this. And number 4, this Real Madrid OG kit. The color palette is so simple, but so good. Number 3, got this Oakland Soul. For those of you guys that don't know, I'm sure the majority of you guys don't know this team, probably 99%. This is the women's team in Oakland that is, I don't know if they're partnered with the Oakland Roots. Some of the best jerseys, honestly, in the world are made by, or some of the most unique ones are made by Oakland Roots and Oakland Soul. The way that they're using the sun rays off of the logo. I love the black and white Arsenal logo, and then just the color of this red, the dark red on the all white. This is definitely my favorite kit that I have. You guys definitely know about this one, the one I bought in Japan. Was it the first or second time I did the shopping video? I'm not sure. Not even just the Japanese on it or anything like that. I love the stitching on here and the colors of it, the texture of this jersey. The way it fits on me is really nice. I was considering putting this jersey in the top 5. Maybe like number 5 or so. It's just so simple. The colors are really nice. The shade of red, the shade of blue, and the yellow that they used. That's my jersey collection. I got some random ones like Congo. Shout out Umbro. Sent me the Congo jersey. The most recent one, Tigres. I just got this in Monterey. Ever since I made that fascia video 2.5 years ago, I've been getting so many questions about how my journey is going. So I'm gonna give you guys a little update. There's nothing crazy. And I know that video has been getting a lot more traction recently just because fascia has been trending. So like over the last month, actually, it was getting like 3,000 views a day, which is kind of crazy. That video is on over 100,000 or maybe over 200,000, I'm not sure. But it has a lot of views and people are always asking me about my updates. I haven't been doing the exercises consistently for the last 2 years. I'll do them occasionally, but for the last 2 weeks or so, I've been trying to get back into it, at least doing it 2 to 3 times a week, as recommended. I don't think you should do it more than that. That's a big thing that I've noted. I do a lot of barefoot training. I wouldn't even consider this training, but I play a lot barefoot. Passing against the wall, it's just fun. It's not really training to me, I wouldn't say that. Just playing a lot more barefoot, playing pickup barefoot, wearing sandals more often. And I have noticed, and I'm sure you guys have noticed too, my biomechanics have improved a lot compared to 2 years ago. If you look at how I played 2 years ago compared to now, not necessarily like how well I played, but how fluid I am when I play, and just my mechanics. It's evident that they're a lot more, what would the word be? A lot more connected. I guess that would be a good way to explain it. Like you can tell that the chain is getting stronger over time. I don't remember which injuries I mentioned in the video that I had. Since then, my right foot and my right leg have improved a little bit, nothing crazy from playing barefoot. I think if anything, if you want to improve from doing the trainings, I would say focus on the exercises. Playing barefoot, if you're younger, playing barefoot would be good, but at my age, at my old age, it's not as applicable. It still improves and it has helped me out. And it's just more fun. I hate wearing shoes now, to be honest. A thing that I like to do and have been trying to get more into outside of work and editing when I do have free time that I'm not doing other stuff is learning about my body and just the human body in general. I'm trying to get into certain books and just learning about it through the internet. But if you guys have any books you recommend, please leave them in the comments below. I'm looking to learn and I want to learn about fascia would be good. Anything that has to do with neuroscience would be cool also. The biggest things I've noted and I'm trying to implement a little bit more in terms of fascia and improving my fascial connection are not listening to music when I'm training. I saw a comment about that on my video actually, and I thought about it and it does make sense. I'm not doing this every time I work out, but I'm trying to do it just, if I'm doing towel curls or something, I will try to do it without music. Things like this, playing against the wall, I'll listen to music, not every time, but I want it to be enjoyable at the same time and not make it just dreading to do. I'd recommend trying the exercises without music. That way you can focus more on your connection with your foot. Not even just with fascia, any type of exercise you're doing, I'd recommend trying it without music just to focus on thinking about the movement that you're actually doing. It helps a lot. Also meditation, I don't do it as often as I should. I'm trying to do it more now, but meditation is really good with also building that mind to body connection. I think mind to body connection is huge. And just listening to your body, that's the biggest thing. Listen to your body. If there's anything you take from this video, listen to your body, whether that's taking a rest day or even you feel really good one day and you feel like you can do it a little bit more. Do a little bit more, but also listen to your body and don't do too much. I think a lot of people neglect what their body's saying, even when it comes to eating. Things like that, they're important. To me, you guys can see the progress through the video, so I don't really need to explain it. And if you are watching the videos, you can tell that I'm playing barefoot a bunch. I'm genuinely improving over time. I may not be perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. I may not be the best. I don't have the best fascial connection, but it's improving over time. You have to be consistent with your efforts and yeah, don't think it's gonna happen in one day or like you do the exercises once and it's gonna change. That's not how it works. It's not like when you do bicep curls and then your bicep looks massive. How has it been shooting on film? Do you recommend it? I really wish I had my film camera with me right now because this is my first time visiting this spot and it's actually insane. I 100% recommend shooting on film, and at this point, it's the only thing I do. I don't shoot digital at all anymore. It's really bad. If I'm taking pictures, I'm not shooting on digital at all anymore. Like no matter what. I need to shoot on digital again. I think it would be fun. But film, the colors are so addicting. The fact that you don't know, well, you know what you took a picture of, but sometimes you even forget the pictures that you took. You only get 36 pictures. Once you develop them, you get to see all of them. You're a lot more cautious and detailed with what you're taking a picture of. I think it forces you to be more creative. So I definitely would recommend However, on the other side, it is very expensive, and that's why I don't do it so often. It's more meaningful because you have to pay for it. The camera, the rolls, the development, and then also pay attention to detail. That's the other thing. Because you don't get many shots. You don't miss the shots you take. This opportunity. I don't think I've shown them on the channel yet, but I had some rolls developed recently. I put them on Instagram, but some of them were so sick. They were so nice. Some of my favorite pictures I've ever taken in my life on there. When are you gonna bring back the training videos? That was a different era. I don't think I'm gonna be doing those training videos anymore. All right, time for the last question. I'm really tempted to sit on this thing right here, but I probably shouldn't for my safety. I saved this question for last because I thought it was the best question and most valuable, not only for me to share, but also for you guys to think about if you are starting a YouTube channel or have one already. The question is, if someone was new to your channel, what would you want them to perceive your videos? What was the question? This was the exact question. When people or new followers find your account, what feeling are you trying to invoke? I thought that was a really good question. It's because everyone should be thinking about that if they're making videos. There are definitely a few main feelings and emotions I want people to take away from my videos. I think the first one being positivity, just unity, showcasing the world view and perspective. Even though everyone is living in these different countries and these different cities, different circumstances, we do share this love for football, but also other things too. And I think that's beautiful, and I'm trying to showcase that in a positive light because I think as human beings we should love one another. And secondly, I want people to be curious. I want people to feel curiosity not only for themselves, about themselves, but also for the world in general. That's why I do the travel videos. I love traveling also. That's why I share so much. I want people to be curious. I know it's not as easy and affordable to travel. Even taking a 30-minute trip down the street and trying new things, trying a new restaurant, trying to spark a conversation with a new person. All these different things, I believe, are stuff I'm trying to evoke. Oh, you can go ahead, it's okay. It's just the most important question. So you could have waited a second. And also, when people are watching my videos, I want them to have that sense that urge and need in their soul, that addiction for the next video, you know? I want people to finish the video and be like, damn, I need another one. I want you guys to be addicted. I want you guys to seek therapy because of my videos, and when I don't post, I'm just kidding, but I'm not. I want you guys to be curious. I want you guys to be positive. These aren't things that can happen all the time. I try my hardest to share that perspective on life. I also want you guys to see that you can be unique, you can be creative, and also appeal to an audience. You can be good at multiple things. You can try new things. If they don't succeed, it's okay. With that being said, I want you guys to, bro, I want to sit there so bad. I'm also curious as to what you guys thought when you first found my channel. It could have been 3 years ago, so it was a whole different feeling that you felt. But even then, it would be interesting to see how it's evolved over time. So let me know in the comments.